now having shared the ring with Tank, where would you rank him if he goes back down to lightweight, which it seems like he's going to do? Where would you rank him in that division with those guys?
I definitely rank him up there. He has the explosiveness, with him, the power. He got the speed, and like I said, I had said it before. He has the boxing IQ.
With you moving up to 147, do you feel like maybe your power, just conditioning, everything would just kind of get better, just being that you can kind of fill in? You're a big guy. I feel like you've kind of probably been on that road for a while now.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing as when I moved up to 140. We're gonna do it, gradually. We know it's gonna take a process, but I have a great team behind me. With Virgil Hunter, my strength and conditioning coach, Tony Brady, my strength and conditioning coach here in San Antonio, Carlos Rodriguez, and as long as we're all on the same page, with what we're doing next, I have no doubt, I'll be successful.
Jermell Charlo versus Castaños tomorrow. It's a great fight, undisputed. Break down the fight for me.
Man, I see that, it's like I said, it's hard to see this fight going 12 rounds because of, that ferociousness, that Jermell and Jamal bring every time they step in there. And, Castaño as well, he has that come forward style, who's, he's going to stay busy. He's going to stay throwing. So, man, I see it being a very action-packed fight.
Just lastly for me, in the fight, Steve Farhood had you even, I believe, going into the 11th round. Being that judges had it like that, or close like that, does that give you confidence, kind of, that you were like in the fight, you're kind of watching it again? Do you feel like, man, I was right there, maybe 2 more rounds, and I could have edged out the decision?
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, that I was definitely in that fight, which was why, I had that motivation, to continue on getting up and continue on fighting, even though, I was getting hurt. I mean, it's part of the sport, I know if the ref didn't stop it, when he did, which I still don't see why, but I feel, if the fight would have continued, then, who knows what would have happened. But I know for a fact, I had Gervonta and them, they were stressing in the corner.
We're speaking about the stoppage. The referee kind of stepped a little bit at first. Were you kind of surprised when it happened, or what did you think about the stoppage?
Oh yeah, that's I don't know what he was doing, because he did the stutter step and then he said stop. So like I look at him and then that's when he waved his hands, and I didn't understand the call. But at that point, it's not like the call could have been reversed. There was nothing I could have done. And but yeah, no. Still speaking on that, I still don't see why it was stopped when it was. I definitely could have continued, which is why I got up, from that body shot. Yeah.
During those last few rounds, man, you wouldn't clinch. I was even, being in the arena, I was like, man, Mario's not even clinching at any point. Was that just part of, the Aztec blood that you have in you that, like in a sense, like, yeah, I'm not gonna clinch?
Yeah, it wasn't something I was really thinking about. It was just, when I'm in there, I'm trying to throw hands. I wasn't really worried about, trying to hold on to survive or nothing. Even, when I was hurt, I knew, I'm still dangerous. So, I think it's just, my first instinct, is just to, fight back, instead of clinch.
Now, that moment when the ref decided to waive the fight, were you upset? Did you tell him anything? What went through your mind at that point?
No, I didn't tell him anything. Again, like I said, the ref, they make their calls in there, based on what's going on. And, for whatever reason, he felt that was necessary, which, I don't agree with. But again, it doesn't matter, what I say. The ref calls it off. There's only, turning that around.
Now, I was gonna say, having now stepped in there with Tank, who would you, I don't want to say but who do you think he should step in there with next, or who do you think could maybe challenge him, in or around 35, 40? What do you think would be a good fight for him next?
Any one of the champions, who's at 135, there's plenty of opportunity for him. But that's Tank's business.
Well, obviously, one of your thoughts, you have a great boxing mind, you have a great boxing coach as well. Have you thought about, ERROL Spence, MANNY PACQUAO, just as a boxing fan, how do you see that fight playing out? And being from Texas, did you ever spar ERROL Spence?
No, I never sparred Spence. He's always been, a lot heavier than me, a lot bigger than me when I was growing up. But, man, that's another fight I wasn't too excited about once it got announced. I've been a big fan of Pacquiao, and his career, for a very long time. And of course, man, me and Spence, Spence is my dude. And I just don't want to see, Pacquiao go out, getting hurt, a legend like that. But every time he steps in there, he seems to defy, all odds, even age. So I still think it's gonna be another great fight. But hopefully both of them, come out healthy, come out good.
Obviously, I would imagine down the path, you want to face, the unified champion at 147 or be perhaps undisputed. Who would you rank right now the best welterweights? You have Spence, Crawford, Ugas, Pacquiao. It's a sack division, and obviously now with you moving up, it makes it even a bigger weight class. Right now, who do you think is the top dog?
Right now, man, I definitely think Spence is that dude up there. Spence and Crawford, would have to be head to head. That's been the fantasy matchup that everyone has asked for, and I feel like until we get that fight, we won't see who's truly has the crown at 147.
26 years old, already one Division I champion, looking to get the second one. Do you want to move up quickly and take those? Those big challenges this year, maybe next year, and fight for a world title?
Yeah, no, and if it's up to me, I'd fight with them. I'd fight, for those opportunities, within 1 to 2 fights. But I know it's gonna take a little longer than that. But like I said, I'm willing to fight, anybody. There's no fight that I have said no to, and that's the same energy I'm carrying up to 147.
Some names brought up, maybe the likes of Virgil Ortiz or even Mikey Garcia, who we've seen, fight on the PBC banner recently. What do you make of fights like that? Not champions, but still top 10 in the division. What do you think of fights like that to welcome you, to make your debut at welterweight? Those are huge fights to be made. And I have no doubt, that those are the names, that we're gonna get, but it's only a matter of time. But like I said, I'm willing to fight anybody.
Thank you, Mario.
Sorry. Lastly, obviously you have like 100 tattoos for what it seems like, man. How many tattoos have you gotten since you fought Tank? Because I think you might have been a couple.
No, I've actually only gotten one since the Tank fight.
Last week. Now, earlier you mentioned that that ring walk. For some reason there was no music. At that point, I thought it was the plan. But the DJ forgot to push play, or what happened?
Man, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I had a song that was. It was still gonna go with the ring walk. But yeah. But no, shout out to the danzantes, that we had there from the Bay Area. They brought the water jumps and everything. So regardless, with music or not, I was still able, to make a pretty epic entrance, and I'm very thankful, for them, and just everybody that's supporting me.
They were trying to throw you off, bro, from the beginning.
Yeah, they might have been. Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.